Hey guys, what's up? It's Steve here with Fort Ads Golf coming at you with another PGA Tour 2K25 video. Today we're going to be going over skills, where to set up your points if you went with the Powerhouse Archetype like myself. Absolutely love this build. I know everyone has, their specific build that they think is best, but honestly, I love hitting the long ball, and even in this game, the long ball isn't unfortunately really a long ball, but I have had so much success with this build, so I want to share you where my skills are and where I put my points to. But before we get in that video, if you could please leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely want to subscribe. We got a lot of golf content here. We just joined the Golfer Gang Network for the podcast. Over 100 episodes, been doing it for a few years, as well as in real life golf videos, and as well as PGA Tour 2K25, everything golf related at the Fort Ads Golf channel. But let's jump into it right now and get started with the tee skills. So for this one, I honestly just went through a full respec because I had stuff that I never used ever, and I would rather hold off and not use all the points yet because the game is still fresh and new, that things might become more overpowering in the future and things like that. And at the same time, I might need to create another build to get to 85 so I can unlock other things. So this is currently how I'm rolling. This is what we're doing here. For me, the tee shot, I just put this one all the way up. I'm never going to use a stinger. Maybe if it's really windy in the face, even then, I mean, I haven't even hit it. So I technically could throw this in there just because I'd only be wasting, 8, 16, 20, 24, 36 skill points when I have 112 still left over after this. So that might be the only one that I would throw off. I mean, with the Powerhouse, I know you do get the power drive, but it's so pointless because you maybe get 15 yards, but for whatever reason, they don't make it easy. It's a very difficult shot, and even if you are really good on the backswing, the downswing, no matter what, even if you're off by just a tiny bit, it just goes left or right, and it's just like, what's the point? It's honestly probably one of the most pointless, special skills that they offer, per each archetype. So I would stay away from that, honestly, unless you're really good at that. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good with the swing stick, but I would not go with that. When it comes to approach, I definitely went all out just here really quickly on approach, wanted to cover everything there. And then I went to the right side of the tree. This is where it gets the most important. Pitch, I use a lot of pitch shots. Runner, I don't really use this, honestly, that much because I like controlling the spin as much as possible of my golf ball. I don't really like not really knowing how far it's going to roll out and things like that. So I definitely don't worry about that. But spinner is probably the most important shot in my bag. I mean, the downside is I think after the first week of the game, they kind of nerfed it a little bit where you can't just use it from 13, 14 yards. You got to be a minimum of 28 yards. But if you are in between 28 to 55, 60 yards or so, this shot is deadly, especially if you're from the fairway. This thing will just 1, 2 stop, and it's money. As long as you can get that timing down, it's an amazing shot, and I highly recommend it. And I love using this shot. So yeah, definitely just love this shot. Honestly, don't need a knockdown. Honestly, for me, I'm not a big knockdown guy, so I'm not going to create a sculptor just for that. And I had off the deck, but at the same time, just like the power, the power drive, it's pointless. It's so hard to hit it straight. So it's pointless to even have. And then with the choked approach, I mean, at the same time, slightly reduced carry distance. I don't understand the point of that one, honestly, to waste my points on it personally. Obviously, let me down in the comments what you guys think throughout this whole thing. Just, hey, I like this, or I use this, or this is really good shot. Recovery-wise, punch shot, you definitely got to have this one in your bag because there's a lot of trees in this game. I mean, a lot of these custom courses, so you got to hit low if you get stuck. You want to move that ball and advance it a little bit at least. And then, let's see here. For the choked punch, I really don't understand the point of that one unless you're just trying to hit it farther. Well, actually, no, choked, I think it's shorter, right? With a slightly reduced carry distance. So let's see here. It looks almost identical to the other one, so I don't know what the point of that one is. So I mean, obviously there's probably gonna be a point to it, but for me, as long as I have the punch, I'm good. That's all I need. Flop shot, and then the super flop. So both of these are obviously very, very important, especially because you help the spin. Obviously, the flop shot is very difficult. Super flop is very helpful as well. Not the easiest shot in the world, but if you can get it down, obviously it will really greatly benefit you. You also we're going to the bunker skills here. Pretty much this one, I almost max everything out except for super pick. I'm never gonna, or sorry, the power pick. It just seems like a really awkward shot. Just doesn't even seem realistic. They're gonna open up the face of a 7-iron from like 70 yards out. That's just weird. Like, there's no way. I would just go with a pitch shot every time. Power pick, I might honestly throw some more things in there. Now, just thinking about it, just because I have more control over the spin. But the main thing here is the pick shot. So I obviously had to create a technician, get him to 85 overall in order to unlock this, but it is so worth it. The pick shot out of the bunker is vital. Like, all these picks that they get, all the shots that they give you the splash, which is nice. I made a video about all the three of the bunker shot types, excluding the power pick, because that just was like kind of a weird shot. And the blast obviously rolls out the most, splash is in between, and the pick rolls out maybe 2 to 3 yards. So like, this is pretty much like a flop from the bunker. And I absolutely love this shot. I played a lot of it with EA Sports PGA Tour recently. They just came out with the pick. And once you had that shot, like, dude, it just made the game so much easier out of the bunker. You can control the spin, you control where the shot was going to go. And when you're in the bunker, especially when you're short-sighted, this is very, very beneficial to have this shot in the bag. So you definitely want to, like, honestly, if there's one player that you should create to get to an 85 to get their ability, in my opinion, it's definitely going to be the technician, so you can unlock pick. Now going over to green. This one, I mean, for the most part, maxed out. I don't know why I just did that. I'm maxed out chip shot, maxed out putt, and the only reason why I went through lag putt is so I can get the Texas wedge down. Because one thing that I love about the Texas wedge is you don't need to add so much power when you're putting off of the green, on the fringe. Because if you're using a regular putt, not for whatever reason, it's probably why they added the Texas wedge to the game. You have to add so much power, and it just made it so difficult to kind of gauge that if you don't have the putt read. So you definitely want to get the Texas wedge, because then you can pretty much use like a regular putt. And another one that you might want to get into in the future is Green Reader. I've heard that one's pretty good as well, special ability wise, but obviously you got to have a greenskeeper for that. Let's see, any other ones that I think you might be good in the future. I just got to save up because it's just not worth it at the moment. Recovery sound is interesting in my opinion, but I'm not sure too much about that. Knockdown, yeah, I probably would, if anything, would probably just go with Sculptor after. Or sorry, it says Greenskeeper. I'm sorry. Probably just go with Greenskeeper just to unlock that. Maybe make the grids a little bit easier to read. Honestly, I love it. And honestly, that's probably why I'm just going to hold on to a bunch of these skill points. There's no reason to use them all if down the road you're going to unlock these and you're just going to put the points to something that you're not going to use. So I definitely would stay away from maxing out all of your skill points if you know you're not going to use specific shots, because it's just pointless. Because the more you play this game, the more VC you're going to earn, even though it's like pennies on the dollar and you're getting screwed with how little it is. But at the same time, over time, you're going to win things. If you're doing societies, you're going to win more coins and stuff like that, and then you'll be able to get another player to an 85 if you just want to use your current player with another one. So that's one thing that I really like. And then obviously Clubhouse Pass, the tie spinner. It's probably one of my top shots. I love using the tie spinner off the greens. It's just money. I love just the way it spins and stops and sits. Love it. And it's a free one as well if you're part of the Clubhouse Pass. So yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Let me know what you guys use. Is there anything else that I might have missed? Because again, like thinking about this right now, I'm probably just going to add some onto Stinger, because I would really like to see how this shot operates when it comes to wind in the face, because this is going to go low under that wind and it's going to roll out. So I'm definitely probably going to try this right now, honestly. But yeah, like I said, that's going to do it for the video, guys. If you guys didn't make it this far, we'd really appreciate it. Over here at 4Dads Golf, you guys can leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. We got a lot of great golf content coming, and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss another 4Dads Golf video. Again, we're all golf over here, baby. It's good. Nice seeing you guys. Don't forget to stay fly and go low. See you next time. Peace.